நான் முன்னாடி இருக்கேன். சரி.
Okay, children. Yesterday we have seen modular arithmetic. What do you mean by modular arithmetic? What do you mean by modular arithmetic? So, modular arithmetic is a system of arithmetic for integers where numbers wrap around a certain value. Wrapping around a certain value is called modular arithmetic. Yesterday itself we have seen a day has 24 hours, but 12 hours again the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4 and so on is repeating continuously. So wrapping around a certain value. So in a clock, the time values repeat around the particular value 12. That is modular arithmetic. Then we have seen some more examples also. Months of a year, days of a week, then day and night, seasons of a year, life cycle of a butterfly. These are all some examples for modular arithmetic. Then we have seen what is congruence modulo. Congruence modulo means A congruent to B mod n means A minus B is divisible by n. A congruent to B mod n means A minus B is divisible by n. So congruence modulo m means two integers A and B are congruence modulo n if they differ by an integer multiple of n. That is A minus B equal to Kn for some integer k. This can also be written as A congruent to B mod n. So that is this only. Okay, A congruent to B modulo n means A minus B is divisible by n. Okay, so we write when A minus B is divisible by n, that we will take as an integer value. A minus B divisible by n equal to k. The value of A minus B by n we take as an integer value k. Then A minus B equal to Kn for some integer k. Okay. So after that, we have seen connecting Euclid's division lemma and modular arithmetic. Connecting Euclid's division lemma and modular arithmetic. So we know in Euclid's division lemma, let m and n are integers where m is positive. Then by Euclid's division lemma, we have n equal to mq plus r. So usually we write A equal to BQ plus R. Here the integers are given as M and N. Here N greater than M. So using Euclid's division lemma, we write that as N equal to MQ plus R. This is Euclid's division lemma. Next, we are going to connect this with modular arithmetic. Okay. So this we will write as when we bring this plus r to this side, it will become n minus r. N minus r equal to mq. N minus r equal to mq. That is, we write this as n minus r congruent to 0 mod m. N minus r congruent to 0 mod m. That is n congruent to, when we bring this minus r to this side, it will become n congruent to r modulo m. Okay, so hence the equation n equal to mq plus r in Euclid's division lemma can also be written as n congruent to r modulo m. So this Euclid's division lemma is connected with modular arithmetic. Okay, n congruent to r modulo m. Next, we have seen two theorems, theorem 5 and theorem 6. Sorry, theorem 6 we haven't seen. Theorem 5 only we have seen. What is theorem 5? A, B, C, and D are integers and M is a positive integer such that A congruent to B modulo M and B, C congruent to D modulo M. Then we have A plus C congruent to B plus D modulo M. Then A minus C congruent to B minus D modulo M. Then third one, A into C congruent to B into D modulo M. Up to this, we have seen yesterday. So, have you go through your book, children?
Yes.
எல்லாரும் இந்த புக்ல இதுவரை உள்ளது ரீட் பண்ணி பாத்தீங்களா? The definition எல்லாம்? Yes.
Yes, miss.
For this, we have seen one illustration also. We have given the values A, B, C, and D, and we have verified this theorem also. Next, again, one theorem is given. So next we have theorem 6. Theorem 6 is if A congruent to B modulo M, then first one AC congruent to then AC congruent to BC modulo M and A plus or minus C congruent to B plus or minus C modulo M for any integer C. Then AC congruent to BC modulo M and A plus or minus C congruent to B plus or minus C modulo M for any integer C. Okay, this is theorem 6. So next we are going to see some examples. Example 2.11.
Miss, நீங்க பேச
நீங்க பேசுறது கேட்கல.
Apply modular arithmetic. Okay, the first number is 70,004. So here the last digit is 4, the first digit is 7. In between we have zeros only. Okay, so we know 70,000 is divisible by 7. 70,000 is divisible by 7. Okay, but here we want to find the remainder when 70,004 is divided by 7. Okay, so we know 70,000 is divisible by 7. So using congruence modulo, we can write this as 70,000 congruence to. When 70,000 is divided by 7, the remainder will be, what will be the remainder? What will be the remainder, children, when 70,000 is
Zero.
divided by 7? 0. So we can write this as 70,000 is congruent to 0 modulo 7. Okay. 70,000 congruent to 0 modulo 7. But the given number is 70,004. The given number is 70,004. That is 4 more than 70,000. 4 more than 70,000. So we have to add 4 on either side. We are going to add 4 on both the sides. That is 70,000 plus 4 congruent to 0 plus 4 modulo 7. That is 70,004 congruent to 0 plus 4 is 4 modulo 7. So when we divide 70,004 by 7, the remainder will be 4. Let us check it. 70,004 divided by 7. 1 7 is 7. Then we have 3 zeros. Put the 3 zeros here. Then the last digit is 4. Can we divide 4 by 7? Can we divide 4 by 7?
No.
So here put 1 0. So the remainder is 7. Okay. So when we divide 70,000 by 7, the remainder is 4. Therefore, when 70,004 is divided by 7, the remainder is 4. Next we have 778. So if it is 777, it is divisible by 7, isn't it? So 777 is divisible by 7.
Miss, 778.
Okay. Here we have taken 70,000, we are going to split the number. So this number we have splitted as 70,000 plus 4. Like that, this number also we are going to split as 777 plus 1. Okay. Do you understand?
Yes, miss.
We are going to write 778 as 777 plus 1. Okay. And we know this 777 is divisible by 7. Is it divisible by 7?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, when we divide 777 by 7, the remainder will be 0. So 777 is divisible by 7. So 777 is divisible by 7. Therefore, we write this using modular arithmetic as 777 congruent to, when we divide 777 by 7, the remainder will be
Zero.
So this is congruent to 0 modulo 7. Okay, 777 is congruent to 0 modulo 7. That means when 777 is divided by 7, the remainder is 0. But actually the given number is 778. That is 1 more than 777. So we have to add 1 on either side of this congruent symbol. We are going to add 1 on both the sides. So it is 777 plus 1 congruent to 0 plus 1 modulo 7. That is 777 plus 1 is 778. That is congruent to 1 modulo 7. So when we divide 778 by 7, the remainder is 1. This also we can check. 778 divided by 7. 1 7 is 7. Then the next number 7. Again 1 7 is 7. Remainder 0. The next digit is 8. How many 7s are there in 8?
1 7.
1 7 is 7. So the remainder is 1. So when 778 is divided by 7, the remainder is 1. Okay. Therefore, when 778 is divided by 7, the remainder is 1. Do you understand, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
ma'am.
Yes.
Okay, then example 2.12. Determine the value of D such that 15 congruent to 3 modulo D. Determine the value of D such that 15 congruent to 3 modulo D. Okay, let us do this sum. So here we are going to find the value of D. This value of D we are going to find. So it is given 15 congruent to 3 modulo D. It is only given. Okay. So what is the meaning of this? When 15 is divided by D, the remainder is 3. Otherwise, we can write this as 15 minus 3 is divisible by D. Can we write like this? Can we write, shall we write like this? 15 minus 3 is divisible by D. Shall we write like this? See here, here we have written A congruent to B modulo N means A minus B is divisible by N. Okay, A minus B is divisible by N. So this implies 15 minus 3 is divisible by D. That is 15 minus 3 when divided by D, it gives a positive integer K. When 15 minus 3 is divided by D, we will get some positive integer as the answer for some integer K. That is 15 minus 3 equal to, when we bring this D to this side, it is K into D. KD. Okay. 15 minus 3 equal to KD for some integer K. What is 15 minus 3? What is 15 minus 3?
12.
12. So 12 equal to KD. 12 equal to KD, which means D divides 12. So 12 equal to KD means here K is the quotient that we have taken for some integer K. Here the divisor is D only. So this implies 12. D divides 12. That is 12 is divisible by D. 12 is divisible by D. Okay, 12 is divisible by D. Now say what are the divisors of 12? By which numbers we can divide 12? Say the divisors of 12.
6
2 sir, 12.
Shall we divide 12 by 1? Shall we divide 12 by 1?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yes, miss.
Shall we divide 12 by 2?
Yes, miss. Yes.
Yes. Shall we divide 12 by 3?
Yes, miss.
Shall we divide 12 by 4?
Yes, miss.
Yes.
Yes,
Shall we divide 12 by 5?
No, miss.
No, miss.
No, miss.
5 is not a divisor of 12. Then shall we divide 12 by 6?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Yes. Shall we divide 12 by 7?
No,
No,
ma'am.
miss.
No, miss.
By 8?
No.
miss.
Yes,
No.
yes.
No. By 9?
No, ma'am.
No.
No. By 10?
No, ma'am.
No.
No. By 11?
No.
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 No. Then we can divide by 12 also. Okay, so the divisors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. The divisors of 12 are the divisors of 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Okay. Here the remainder is 3. In the given question, the remainder is given as 3. Okay. The remainder is given as 3. So the value of D should be greater than 3. Do you understand, children? In the question, it is given when 15 is divided by D, the remainder is 3. Given the remainder is 3. So the value of D should be greater than 3. So what are the greater values of D? What are the values greater than 3? See here,
4,
the divisors are 12 are 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 and 12. Here, what are the values more than 3, greater than 3?
4, 6,
4,
12.
6, 12. 4, 6 and 12. So, the possible values of D are 4, 6 and 12. Therefore, the possible values of D are 4, 6 and 12. Okay, children? Given the remainder equal to 3. Therefore, value of D should be greater than 3. Therefore, the possible values of D are 4, 6 and 12. Do you understand, children?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
We
miss.
pass on to the next
Yes,
question.
miss.
Shall we pass on to
Yes,
the next
miss.
question?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So next we
Yes,
have
ma'am.
example 2.30. Example 2.13. Find the least positive value of x such that the first question is 67 plus x congruent to 1 modulo 4. So here we are going to find the least positive value of x. Least positive value of x. Find the least positive value of x such that 67 plus x congruent to 1 modulo 4. 67 plus x congruent to 1 modulo 4. Now listen, children. So A congruent to B modulo n means, what is the meaning of A congruent to B modulo n?
A minus B.
Very good. A minus B is divisible by n. A minus B is divisible by n. Here B is the remainder. Here B is the
Remainder.
remainder. So when A is divided by n, the remainder is B. When A is divided by n, the remainder is B. Okay. Now, here in the question, 67 plus x congruent to 1 modulo 4 is given. 67 plus x congruent to 1 modulo 4 is given. That means 67 plus x. Here 1 is the remainder. Here 1 is the remainder. So this means when 67 plus x is divided by 4, the remainder is 1. When 67 plus x is divided by 4, the remainder is 1. Okay. So we write this as 67 plus x congruent to 1 modulo 4. Now this bring this one to this side. Then it is 67 plus x. When we bring this plus 1 to this side, it will become minus 1. 67 plus x minus 1 equal to 67 plus x minus 1 is divisible by is divisible by 4. Okay, here it is 67 plus x congruent to 1 modulo 4. That is, here we have bring this 1 to this side. So it becomes 67 plus x minus 1. So this 67 plus x minus 1 is divisible by 4. The 67 plus x minus 1 is divisible by 4. So 67 minus 1 is, what is 67 minus 1?
66.
66. So this is 66 plus x is divisible by 4. 66 plus x is divisible by 4. Now listen, is 66 divisible by 4? Is 66 divisible by 4?
No.
When we divide 66 by 4, 1 4 is 4. Balance 2. Next, bring this 6, 26. 6 4s are 24. 6 minus 4 is 2. So the remainder is 2. So 66 is not divisible by 4. Okay. If the remainder is 0 means it is divisible by 4. So here 66 is not divisible by 4. Then what should be the value of x to make it divisible by 4?
2.
If we put x equal to 1, then it is 66 plus 1 is 67. 67 we can't divide by 4. X க்கு நம்ம 1 value கொடுத்தோம்னா இது என்னவாகும்? 66 plus 1 equal to 67 and 67 is not divisible by 4. So let us give the value 2 to x. So when x equal to 2, 66 plus x equal to 66 plus 2. That is 66 plus 2 is 68. 66 plus 2 is 68. So we will check whether 68 is divisible by 4. 1 4 is 4. 6 minus 4, 2. Then 28. 7 4s are 28. So the remainder is 0. Okay. So when x equal to 2, this number is divisible by 2. Okay. When x equal to 2, 66 plus x is divisible by 4. Therefore, the least positive value of x is 2. The least positive value of x is 2. Okay, children, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
But in your book, it is given 66 plus x congruent to 1 modulo 4. That is 67 plus x minus 1 equal to 4n for some integer n. So they have using the step multiple of 4. அப்படி எடுத்து செய்திருக்காங்க சரியா 4n எடுத்து 66 plus x is a multiple of 4. அப்போ x க்கு என்ன வேல்யூ வந்தா it is divisible by 4 நீ பார்த்து that also the answer is correct. Okay. So you can do either by this method or by the method given in your book. Both are correct. Okay, children?
Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay, miss.
Therefore, x equal, the least positive value of x equal to 2. Because 68 is the nearest multiple of 4 more than 66. Then here the second question is the same question. Find the least positive value of x such that 98 congruent to x plus 4 modulo 5. 98 congruent to x plus 4 modulo 5. So this also we are going to do by this same method. Which method you want? The method given in the book or this method? Which method you want, children?
This method.
This method.
This
Okay. Okay. So here it is given 98 congruent to x plus 4 modulo 5. Okay. That means when 98 is divided by 5, the remainder is x plus 4. When 98 is divided by 5, the remainder is x plus 4. So now bring this x plus 4 to this side. That is 98 minus of x plus 4, which is also divisible by 5. This is also divisible by 5. That is 98 minus x, then minus into plus minus 4 is divisible by 5. What is 98 minus 4? 98 minus 4 is 94. 94 minus x is divisible by 5. 94 minus x is divisible by 5. Now see here, is 94 divisible by 5? 94 5 ஆல divide பண்ண முடியுமா? Divide பண்றப்ப remainder 0 வரணும். Is 94 divisible by 5?
No, ma'am.
No, miss.
So, if we subtract 4 from this, we can get 90. இதுல இருந்து 4 subtract பண்ணிட்டா நமக்கு என்ன கிடைக்கும்?
90.
90 கிடைக்கும். Is 90 divisible by 5? 90 5 ஆல divide பண்ண முடியுமா?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, miss.
Yes. So when we divide 90 by 5, the remainder is 0. So the least positive value of x is 4. Here the least positive value of x is 4. Okay, children, do you understand?
4.
Yes, miss.
Yes,
Yes, miss.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, children. So when if x equal to 4, 94 minus 4 equal to 90 is divisible by 5. Therefore, the least positive value of x equal to 4. The least positive value of x equal to 4. Shreya, okay, do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, miss.
Okay, children,
miss.
it's already
Yes, ma'am.
time. Thank you, sir. Now the class will be ended. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, miss.
5 more minutes. 2:50.
Okay.
Okay, we have five more minutes. We have five more minutes. Okay, children. So we will see the next question also. We will see the next question also. Okay. Yes.
Okay.
Up to 2:55, you know. Okay, the next question. Solve 8x congruent to 1. Solve 8x congruent to 1 modulo 11. 8x congruent to 1 modulo 11. Okay, 8x congruent to 1 modulo 11. So, solve means we have to find the value of x. Solve means we have to find the value of x. Like the last question only, we are going to do this. Okay. So, this 8x congruent to 1 modulo 11. 8x congruent to 1 modulo 11. This means 8x minus 1 is divisible by 11. Isn't it? A congruent to B means A minus B is divisible by n. Like that, 8x congruent to 1 modulo 11 means 8x minus 1 is divisible by 11. So this implies 8x minus 1 is divisible by 11. So when we divide 8x minus 1 by 11, we will get some integer value. Okay. We will get some integer value. Let us take that integer value as k. That is 8x minus 1 equal to 11 into k is, when we bring this 11 to this side, that is 11 into k. So we get 11k for some integer k. That is 8x equal to 11k. When this minus 1 comes to this side, it will become plus 1. 8x equal to 11k plus 1. That is x equal to 11k plus 1 divided by 8. 11k plus 1 divided by 8. Okay. Now, we have to substitute value for k and find the value of x. We have to give apt values for k so that the numerator should be divisible by the denominator. The numerator should be divisible by the denominator. Now let us take if 11 equal to 1, then 11 ones are 11, 11 plus 1, 12. Is 12 divided by divisible by 8?
No,
Is
ma'am.
12 divisible by 8?
Yes, miss.
12 divisible by 8, huh?
No, ma'am.
No. When k equal to 2, 11 into 2, 2 11s are 22. 22 plus 1, 23. Is 23 divisible by 8? No. 23 also not divisible by 8. Then we will give the value 3. Then 11 3s are 33. 33 plus 1, 34. 34 is also not divisible by 8. Then we will give 4. 11 4s are 44. 44 plus 1, 45. It is also not divisible by 8. Then we will give the value k. K equal to 5. So when k equal to 5, k equal to 5, x becomes x equal to 11 into 5 plus 1 by 8. 11 5s are 55. 55 plus 1 is 56. 56 by 8. How many 8s are there in 56? 7 8s are 56. So the value of x equal to